Kristin alluded to, well, one, reporting is a big deal. And Kristin spoke a lot of the detail of reporting under current law, what reporting could be, should there be this replace world. In my prediction is relating to this if there ever is a replace world. So come 2020, take a step back. This law, this bill, should it be enacted mid-April, says come 2020, there's going to be a tax credit available in the individual market. We've established that, right? And they're going to, Republicans want it to be as simple as possible. And it's going to be a fixed amount. It's going to only vary by age. It's not going to vary by income. So that's going to be very easy for the IRS to determine who's eligible and who's not. And again, the eligibility criteria is pretty limited as well. And the big one is if you are offered an employer plan, you are not eligible for this tax credit. And the manner in which the legislation right now suggests that employers report on that is by reporting on the Form W-2. Now, my prediction is today in the Budget Committee, when they mark up this reconciliation bill, there's going to be a change to the tax credit structure. They are going to base it on income because there's a recognition that lower income folks need additional financial assistance for health insurance in this individual market. And the reason why that's important is you're going to add now a layer of complexity from an eligibility determination if you're basing it on income. Mm-hmm. And as the tax credit gets more and more complex, the reporting requirements are going to get more and more complex. So even though staff just wants the employer to check a box on a W-2 to signify whether an employee is getting an offer or not, it's likely not going to come to fruition where it's just going to be that W-2 box check. Instead, it's going to be something more like the 1094, 1095s. Mm-hmm. And that, to conclude, is my prediction and my bet that we see complex reporting requirements, maybe a little bit less complex than the current ones, but they're still going to be much more complex than staff is currently contemplating.
Yeah, I would support that bet. And going back to the politics of it all, I mean, the Republicans have spent a lot of time and energy sort of criticizing and critiquing the fact that today's system of verifying eligibility for a subsidy has a lot of holes in it. And there's billions of dollars that are being paid out and that the IRS is having to chase back at the end of the year because they aren't able to fully verify all these factors that play into how much of a tax credit should an individual receive. Mm-hmm. So I certainly think the Republicans are very motivated mm-hmm. to make sure that in their plan they can showcase, here's how we're going to improve the integrity of that program. And a big part of that will be they need to have reliable reporting to reconcile that at the end of the year.